your and tell us, where you are located at the moment. So my name is Remile Kende Philip. By the grace of God, I'm the lead coach at a Mindshift Series Academy. And so basically, what do we do at Mindshift Series Academy? We just help people to have the right mindset. Because we have come to realize that when you're running any venture at all, what is most important for any individual that is running such a venture is to have the right mindset. And once you have that right mindset, you can navigate just any vector on your journey to fulfilling purpose. So at Mindshift Series Academy, we help you to navigate, we help you to move from a particular point to another point until you achieve your desired, purpose on the journey to where you are heading to. And so this evening, we are happy to have a very, very, supportive, very, very knowledge-inclined individual who also happens to be like a sister to me. She's a coach. She has a garment factory. She's a manufacturer. We can actually put it that way. They manufacture all sorts of things. And if you're thinking of no other person, to take us on this ride tonight, it is no other person than the managing director of 1212 Clothing. And the person is Coach Olajumoke Sheye Oyagbile. You are welcome on board. Let us have you. Hi.
Thank you. Good evening, Ma. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for having me. Yes, this looks like a family meeting. Looks like our family meeting. So it's good to be here this evening. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. So it's a privilege to be here, Sister Remy. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for all that you do for the people. You are such a people person, and you go out of your way to make sure that you are impacting knowledge per time. I really want to say thank you for all that you do. And I'm going to make it very short and very as impactful as God will have me do it this night. To also the people that are joining or maybe meeting me for the first time. My name is Olajumoke. I run 1212 Clothing. I am on a mission to live my life full and free. I love to live a life that God has, so God wants me to live. I hope you can hear me saying my internet is not stable. But I hope that you can hear me. Please let me know. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay. So yes, please people tell us your name and where you are calling from. So Sarah, please can you make me the host so that I can share my screen?
Okay.
I like to share my screen. All right.
Right away.
It's good to be here this evening. Really nice.
Thank you. Hello, ma'am. You can share your screen.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. So again, I've been introduced, so I'm just going to say a little bit of my story. Like we say, everybody has a story, and everyone our stories are beyond us. So I'll just say a little bit of my story. I mean, I was in my, I wanted to put some pictures here. I was in my hometown sometime last month, and I went to the market. I went to the market to see this market where I grew up, seeing people selling, doing a lot of buying and selling. So many, of course, are there, so many are still there, so many businesses are there, so many, where you were growing up, those businesses I saw as big businesses. Now I saw them and I'm like, has this business always been like this? Or is it me that has grown? Or is it the business that has stayed redundant? Or is it that they were not growing? I grew up in a every 5-day market kind of thing, in such a setting where you only go to the market every 5 days to go and sell. Of course, many people have shops, but then most people come, they travel down from nearby villages and towns to come and sell in this market. So people will come in and then they will come and sell. And all they were doing was basically buying and selling basic ones. So there was nothing about growth. It was really not about how you grew, what you did or what you didn't do. It was majorly about, oh, are you having money, enough money to feed yourself? Do you have enough money to send your children to school? Do you have enough money to feed your child, to meet your basic needs? Do you have a roof over your head? Most people in that area were not paying rent. And if they were paying rent, it was ridiculous, just something very small. Water was free, literally everything. I mean, I grew up seeing all of those things, and it was basically the five days market runs, which was really so imagine me coming from a place where it was just you and yourself. Many people will grow up and then they will put their children, the children follow them to the market. It was all basic. And then I can't remember what I saw in particular, but I think it was the bank. And I decided, but this is also a business, I saw a bank and it dawned on me. We had community bank then, those cooperative kind of thing as well. And I was like, this is also a business that somebody is doing. And they have people. The business has grown beyond one person to 2 to 3. And I felt, no, this is also possible. That means that it is achievable, right? And long and short, I found myself growing and I've cut a lot of parts off. I got into business and it was a decision for me. But before I went into the business, it was a decision for me to say, you know what, the business I want to go into, I want a business that can grow. I don't want to do a business that is just me, myself, and I, everything is just busy. I didn't want that kind of business. I wanted a business that I can grow and can move from 1 person to 2 to 5 to 10 to 15. I love that thing. I love the fact that we can give other people life. I love the fact that we can serve more people, the more, the bigger, the merrier. That was my own mantra. And then that was how I went into business. And in doing that, I have moved from only myself and I working at the corner of my room in my house to, we're almost 40 right now on my team. And that journey has been, of course, a long journey, but I said that story to say that it is achievable. I grew up in a place where it was regular, do business, buy, sell, nothing. Everybody just are doing that. The same thing that some people have been doing since I was born. When I went back some weeks ago, they are still doing the same thing, the same way over and over again, and then they remain there. So what's the difference between those people and some of us who are able to grow our business from one level to the other? That's what we are going to be talking about this night, right? Saremi put a lot together in one post. He said I should talk about growth, I should talk about sales, I should talk about scaling. I'm like, oh my God, in one night, I'm going to just try and talk about what as much as I can, So I would like to ask, what do you understand by growth? How do you know if your business is growing or not? I want answers, please. I want us to chat. I want it to be a chatty evening. So what do you understand by growth? How do you know if your business is growing or is not growing? What do you use to measure if your business is growing or not? Kindly please drop or unmute yourself and just speak. Tell me. Who wants to shoot? Hello, speakers.
Hello.
Yes,
Hi.
ma'am. Please go on.
Yeah. Growth can be in different forms, and one of the ways that you can see your business is growing could be an increase in size, either of the finance or your number of clients, or it could be your own personal development, the way you're growing, the way you are, your skill set. So that could be a form of growth.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll take one more person. One more person. Okay, thank you. Our Connie lady said is impacting others and earning more. I wish I can interpret that in Yoruba. Impacting others and earning more. Kama.
She helps.
Kama help other people. Kadema Mosi. Grow. I'm sorry for the people who don't speak Yoruba here.
Impact.
Okay.
Ipa. Ipa tá ń kó lára people.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay, any other person? One more person, and we call it, and then I'll move on to the next thing. One more person. Anybody wants to share? Okay, thank you so much for the people that shared. Said it could be in size, it could be in money, it could be in personal development, it could be in different things. So growth comes in different forms. Now, okay. Now, I want to start by saying that growth is internal. When you grow, your business grows. Growth is internal. So when we're talking about business growth, it has like 95% to do with your growth. And like I shared my story, I grew up where things were basic, things were normal in a typical Nigerian village setting, right? And it was normal to just live for your mouth and yourself, and then life continues. Just make sure you're fine. Children are feeding, you can see like if they are sending your children from school, you don't pay this time, you pay next time. It was just those kind of basic life, right? But then it was me growing on the inside was why I could see that life is not really the life I wanted. It was a growth that started from the inside of me. And again, I'm going to say again and again and again, if there's anything you want to take away this night, I want you to take number one part away, that growth is internal. Growth is you. Whatever is going to happen to your business is first going to happen to you, because you can never grow beyond your business. Your business can never grow beyond you, rather. So your business is as successful as you are. The more success you have, the more business will be successful. It's like an healthy child. You won't see a child saying, I'm eating healthy, I'm doing everything I need to do. I just have a question for you, but I'm afraid I'm not growing. I'm afraid I'm not growing. And to me, I'm not growing, but I'm eating. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, but I'm not growing. Will I grow? No. Just feed a child, and healthy child will grow. So it depends on what you feed yourself with, the kind of, how you water yourself, the kind of environment where you are planted. That's what will determine how you grow. Growth is first internal. It's first of all internal. You will have grown so much, you will have moved in miles in your head. You will have moved miles in your mind before you are able to move physically. And that's one of the most frustrating bits for visionaries, where you have seen yourself in a certain place and you are still here. I remember saying, I was talking, I was like, oh, we're almost 40, we're a team of almost 40. See, there was a year I was like in my room. I said, God, I'm tired. I'm tired. This is not the plan that we have. This is not the plan that we have at all. I had 2 staff at that time, and I was like, struggling to pay their salary. I think the whole salary then was maybe like 100K or maybe 120. Like, I have just 2 staff, and I can't even fully pay their salary, and I'm just, this is not our plan, this is not our agreement, I'm just not happy. And when I said that, I felt, it was just like, you know, there's something I have seen, there's a picture I've always had in my head, there's a vision, there's a growth plan, there's all these things that I've mapped out, there's a way I've seen myself, there are places I've been to in my head, through books, there are a lot of things I've seen, but they don't look like they were going to come to pass soon. And I remember Pastor Sam sharing about himself, saying that, God, the vision you showed me and the way I am right now, he said he told himself that even if we are crawling, I will have to be, he said with the way we are going, that he will have to live 500 years for him to see the vision God has shown him before. You know, so that you know how slow he felt. He felt, oh, I'm just in this place, I'm not moving. Right? But a lot of times you will have grown so much on your inside, but it's not showing in the physical. You will have keep moving and moving and moving, but you can't see it. People can't see it. And those are the kind of growth that affects every areas of your life. You are taking roots downward. You are taking roots downward. You are expanding underneath. You are building on yourself. You are learning. You are reading. You are taking courses. It looks as if this was just like just as a habit of buying courses. You are following coaches. You are paying your way into this tribe. You are entering this tribe. You are entering this community. You are paying for this. You are paying for that. And everybody is thinking, what is it? Is it not this business of buying and selling? Is it not this akonilede? Is it not people? Is it not to teach people Yoruba? I don't understand what you are doing with all these coaches. I don't get it. You're following Coach Shola, you're following this coach, you're following that coach, you're following the execution coach. What is it? Is it not just to teach people? But see, little do they know that growth is first internal. So I will work on me first before I work on my business, because I even need my mind to be able to conceive the place I want to go. I need my mind to first of all be able to see the possibility of where I am going. It's not just that I am just going to wake up one day and I'm just going to have 20 staff. I mean, when people grow, when people jump up, they fall, and their falling will be terrible. If you jump up, you will fall down. But if you grow up, you will stay there. So the best thing is to grow up. I use the example of my daughters trying to wear my shoe. There's one that is particularly fond of wearing my shoes. She wears shoes, she'll say, my leg is halfway. My leg is almost your leg size. I'll be like, don't worry. You will soon get there. Like, don't worry. Is before you know it. How old is she? She's already wearing 35, size 35. I'm like, before you know it now. That's if we are not wearing, if we don't wear same size by the time you are 10, you know. But there's no point being in a hurry. She's growing gradually, little by little. She's growing. There's no need wearing heels to want to be my height. You're going to grow anyways. But take your journey, take that your growth seriously. Instead of you to try and be wearing mommy's shoe to be mommy's height, why don't you sit down and eat your rice and beans and drink your tea and eat your egg and eat your apple? That way you are growing naturally, as against trying to wear it so that you can be mommy's height. That's what a lot of us try to do as business owners. We try to jump things. We want to be this person today, this person tomorrow. We see somebody, we suddenly see people on Instagram. You know, I'm fond of doing something. When I see somebody making a raves and I'm seeing that people are talking about the person, people are talking about it, it's like there's a sudden thing. Everybody is talking about Akonilede. See, go back now. Go and go through the slides. Go. Sometimes go through their pages. Go to the end. Go to the last of their posts. Go to their first posts on Instagram. Before they even open Instagram, they've been doing the business. They've been doing it behind the scene. Some people that you are shouting about, they started this business maybe in 2010. some 2005. Some people say, I have 15 years in business. I am something in business. But you can, people can stay 20 years in business and be doing the wrong things. It is not by the longevity. Longevity is not legality. The fact that you have stayed so long in business does not mean that you have been doing well. It is until you take that route downward as an individual that you begin to see the difference, that you begin to change, and you begin to see the growth. But that you will now wake up someday and say, all my mates are even, they take leave, they go on holiday, they are in Zanzibar, they are in this place. Auntie, have you been doing this work? Have you done what they do? Are you doing what they do? What they have done? Do you know their stories? Do you know how long they've been taking roots downward? There is no sudden breakthrough. There is no such thing. There is no such thing as sudden breakthrough. See, when we say suddenly, a lot of suddenly have a lot of stories linked together. So growth is internal, is deep. The days they've cried, the days it looks as if this won't go well, the days they thought of packing up the business. But how did they move over those phases to get to where they are today? I've met a lot of people in business. I'm in communities of a lot of people that are doing billions in a year in Nigeria, young people that are doing excellently well, that are doing 3 billion, and you'll be like, are you for real? Yeah, young people who are doing legit businesses. They started somewhere. But if you ask them, their stories, they will tell you that they did. In fact, they cannot imagine. It was growth that made them see the billions. They had to first see the billions in their head before it landed in their bank accounts. Now, when you grow, your business grows. You as an individual. That's all I have said so far. When you grow, your business grows. Your business cannot grow beyond you. I have worked with people. I consult for businesses. And when I consult for some business, I see them trying so hard. They want to grow. They want to do this. They want to, come and help me do this. Let's talk about this HR. Let's talk about this thing. See, consultants will come into your business. Consultants will do all the work. You yourself will be the one to crumble the work that your consultant has done. Because you cannot even capture it, because it's not starting from you. You are the one that will crumble it. I remember one of our consultants, one of the people that we consult for, after we have put policies in place, put everything and said, this is what will happen. When the staff does this, this is what happens. When they do this, after they have done something maybe 2 or 3 times, this is what we'll do. Theft is a deal breaker. We will let people go, we'll do this. And then she will call us and say, this person stole, this person say, this is what to do. Arrest the person who has stolen. Do it this way, because it is in their policy that we will do A, B, C, and D. You know that the next time we went there, the person was back on his post. Back on his post. This was one of that particular client was one of the most challenging clients for us, because the individual has not grown. That's why you see people, they will join programs, they will go on courses, they will go to coaches, and they will come back saying, I did that, coach. Nothing. All these coaches that we are following up and down, nothing is working, nothing. They will not tell themselves the truth that they are the ones that are not growing. When you grow, the way you see some things, we begin to change. Even you'll be asking yourself that, because the more you know, the more you realize that, actually, I did not know anything. So I didn't know anything all along, and I thought I was this, the best thing that happens is sliced bread, right? Now, the last thing on this slide is saying you are the stem. You hold it all together, whether you are physically there or not. You hold it all together. You hold it all together. You are the one that staff will follow. Now, I want to ask us a question. I want you to ask yourself, do I like who I have become? Do I like who I have become? In what ways? Do I like who I have become? Do you like who you have become? I am asking you honestly, do you like who you have become? These are the questions that a lot of times I ask myself. I bring out my journal and I write it. I say, do I like who I have become? Am I proud of me in this area? So am I proud of what I'm doing here? Am I proud? Sometimes it looks as if I'm critiquing myself. See, I'm one of the least people that will critique themselves. I love me too much to do that, to do that nonsense. I love me, like I love me, baje. But there's this part where I ask myself honest questions. Am I proud of who I am right now? Am I proud of who I am in my business? Am I proud of who I am in my marital life? Am I proud of who I am, of the kind of parent that I am? Am I proud of the kind of partner that I am? Am I proud of the kind of CEO that I am? And don't tell yourself lies. Don't say, everybody's just using face. So don't, if everybody is using, are you everybody? Is your name everybody? Did they name you everybody? You are not everybody. So you cannot behave like everybody. The word mass produce average. And I hate to hear it. The word mass produce average. So why would you want to be like everybody? In fact, I was still sharing with someone this evening that I hate to, even if I want to make notes on my phone in church, I hate to use my phone because just see, after worship, as everybody is sitting down, you just see the next thing, everybody's holding their phone. Everybody's holding their phone and looking down. And it looks as if, and I just try to remove myself from that phase where everybody is doing the same thing where you see everybody doing, where it is expected of the society to, what is expected of everybody to do. I try not to do what is expected of everybody. I try to do what is expected of the future me. I look for that place that I want to go, the kind of business that I really want to go. Like I shared earlier, I knew the kind of business I wanted. I knew. I just felt, okay, imagine somebody who saw a bank as an end, I who felt, okay, bank. I want the standard to be like a bank, because I'm like, why can't we just wake up and wear suits to a tailoring shop? I mean, why not? Well, I do right now. I do. I wear my ears and I enjoy my day because that's the picture of what I have seen. I do what they do in those businesses. So, but it was first of, I saw it. Do you ask yourself these questions? Do I like who I have become? Do I like who I have become? In what ways? Now let's move on. Okay, I feel like I should stop sharing so that I can see people's faces, but then let's continue. In which areas do you need growth? So this is because I'm going to be talking a lot about this personal thing before I move into the business part. In which areas do you need growth? In which areas, have you asked yourself, in which areas do I need growth? What is your personal growth plan? Do you have one? So again, I'm going to share one little story too. I remember when I had my first daughter, after having her, I started feeling like, oh my God, I've not been doing anything with my life. I just, this, I don't know, but I know that some people can relate. It's not everybody who might be able to relate, but my first pregnancy was quite dramatic. Like the first 3 months was very serious. I had to pack out of my house because at the smell of my compound, I started throwing up. So I was not even coming home again. I just went away somewhere. And my business, of course, if I can't even stay at home, I was working from home. My business was just there. They would do whatever they can do, and then whatever was not working, things were really just funny. So of course, 9 months is equal to 1 year now. So we finished that first phase of 1 year, then entered the next phase of 1 year where, of course, that first 1 year, I couldn't go to the market. People were doing a lot of the things that I love to do, the shopping, the going to the market by myself. People were doing it for me. Then the next year, where I was breastfeeding and raising baby, I could not go to a lot of places. I'll be like, oh, my husband was really particular. Let me go and get it for you. I don't want you have to want to go to with baby, and I don't want you to have to carry the baby on bike or inside this one, or we have to now travel together, the stress and all of that. So he was doing a lot of those things for me. So it got to a time where I felt like, okay, enough. At this point, then I was angry. I was like, gosh, is this how my life will continue to be? I felt like the whole world was passing me by. Like, come on, girl, there's a lot more to you. Would you just be sitting here doing nothing, raising babies? What is this? What happens? You know, I was really just scared for myself. And then I made up my mind, okay, fine. And because I saw people going to different programs, I remember it was about that time that Renix and I met. Tokumbo would come and tell me, oh, I went for this program, or she'll share this program. I was like, babes, anytime you see program that you are going for, just tell me, we are going together. I must go there. Anything that you see, either free or paid. If I can pay, I will pay. If I cannot pay, I will go for the free. Anyone that is just be telling me, please. It was the days of seminars. It was not these webinars that, oh, we can sit in our houses and attend. It was seminars. I used to attend way before I got married. But now it looks as if my life was on hold. It was a phase, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I just felt, okay, no, my life cannot be on hold. My life cannot be on hold. No. People cannot just be passing me by. And then I made up my mind I was going to start with anyone I hear. And then I heard about DLA. And that was the beginning. I went for DLA. I think I just win my first daughter. And then I went for the first one, did all the things did the course. I was so happy with myself. I felt so proud of myself. I learned practical things that I could take into my business. In fact, one of the classes, the thing they used was a tailor. The example was a tailor shop. And that just was, oh my God, it was just the highlight of the DNA for me. It was beautiful. I could relate with every single thing that he taught. He was saying, oh, you can sew 2 clothes. The 2 of you can sew 2. Then once the 2 of you can sew 10, and you see that you cannot meet up with demand again, or you are meeting up just basic with demand, then you go and hire another person, put the person there, you go and do marketing and get more business. And he just taught it very practical, and he just said a lot of things about tailors, about how tailors are in the same shop, like the tailors, that tailor on your street, that tailor, that your mommy's tailor that has been where she has been since 1901, So he spoke about all of those things, how tailors just throw people's measurements away, how they just, we have to measure you again, I cannot find your clothes again. And when he said all of that, it was a picture of what I wanted. Did this match and I was at that phase of frustration where I'm like, I want to grow, but I don't even know what to do. So in all of this, you have to go and get knowledge. Where do I need help? Who do I need to follow? Follow who know road, though. In 2021, there's no point doing things blindly again. Climb on people's shoulder. Let them water you. It's faster that way than making mistakes, right? So in which areas do I need growth? Is it my marketing that needs growth? Is it my storekeeping? Is it where do I need growth? Where do I get this growth? What do I need to do? What are the things I need to do to grow, right? What's your own personal growth plan? Do you have one? Do you have a plan to grow your business? Do you have a plan to grow yourself, rather? If you want to grow your business, first of all, grow you. And I love the fact that people are here this evening because, of course, it is also a sign that we all want to grow. That's why we're here. So you have to have a personal growth. I spend a whole lot. I don't care what people say when they are talking about, you are spending money on coaches. The people will go say, all those Instagram coaches. It's none of your business. It's my money. I did not come and collect money from you. And if I borrow money from you, maybe I will pay back, Abby. So it's my money. I spend it on me. My growth is very, very key. A lot of times, that's even why I buy my books. I don't borrow books and I don't like soft copies. I buy my books because I might just wake up tomorrow and I need an answer to something. And I'm thinking, I'll just go to my bookshelf and look through. I have this book, Customer for Life. I've had that Customer for Life since before I even started normal business. When I was doing random buying and selling, right? I've had those kind of books. Customers, very good book. I will just go and pick it. We're having issues with customer. What should we do? Take it out. Oh, sales is not me. Bring it out. Oh, we need to have a goal. Bring the one that spoke about goals. I go to my bookshelf. I look through it, and then I'll bring it out. I will look at the table of content, and I will say, which one will answer? Which of these things will answer? And I will look for it. Sometimes I will pray. I pray about it like this. In fact, practically every time I pray about something and I'm looking for answers. I'm really trusting God for the Holy Spirit to tell me something. The next thing, he reminds me of a book, and I go and pick the book and I get my answer directly from there, right? You have to have a growth plan for yourself. You have to know what you want to do. You have to make the moves, deliberate moves to go to that, to move in that direction. I love books. Like, if you want to give me anything, just buy me good books. That's me. That's like, in fact, I moved house recently, and that was the first thing I packed. The first thing, I'm like, see, this one is very, very dear to my heart, right? So apart from attending webinars, attending seminars, doing all of these things, it's part of your growth journey. Where do you want to go? Do you want to enter communities? How do you do it? I remember the first Wimpy's I went for. I was like, oh, I'm going to go for Wimpy's. No matter what happens, this Wimpy's this year, I want to go for it. I want to hear. I want to see. I want to learn. I don't want to remain in the corner of my village. I am going. I have to keep moving. And that's what you should do. Do it by volunteering. My first Wimpy's attendance was volunteer. I went to volunteer. In fact, it works for me so well because I sat in front. My volunteering thing, they put me in front. We sat in front. We were like the people landing. It was volunteer. We did volunteer, but your volunteering does not mean you will not mix with people. I met a lot of people that year that are important in my life right now. So have a growth plan. Deliberately move. In fact, there's one of them I met at that time that was really, really key to the next phase of my business at that time. I was moving to a new phase and I needed somebody. I met her right there, and in fact, the hand holding was a serious one. She did hand holding for me, took me through that journey. It was really beautiful meeting her, so those are the kind of things that you should be deliberate about. Time is going. So again, I said physical appearance is a reflection of the internal work. We take roots downward to grow, shoot upward. Most of the time. So after I went for DLA and I came back, things began to change for me deliberately. I will carry my notes, I will read. I now had the confidence, and I knew how to hire another person. And I knew when is the right time to hire the next person. I knew, okay, so now we are making this, so let me look for another person that can replace me in this business so that I will go and look for more customers. You meet some people, they are like, I am the driver, I am the this, I am the that, I am the everything. I'm tired, though, I'm this. And we say it a lot of times to feel good. We say it to feel good. It's because there's a knowledge gap. It's because there's something missing in your life. That's why you are everything in your business. You don't have that knowledge yet. Admit that you don't have that knowledge yet and go for it. There is no point thinking it's all the business owners. It's not all the business owners, ma. It is not all the business owners, sir. There's something you don't know. Go and look for the answer. See, Yoruba people will say, if you don't buy the lie, you won't buy the truth. You meet somebody that did not tell you the right thing. Go for the next person. Go, keep moving. You have to keep moving. You ate beans one day, he poured you. Did you stop eating it for life? No. You bought food outside one day, he poured you. Did you stop buying food outside? No, you just changed the place that you bought the food. So where will you want to learn? Why will you learn one day from one person that will not give you the kind of results that you want? And then you begin to call everybody Instagram coaches. They are getting results. In fact, the fact that they are an Instagram coach makes them better than you because you are not a coach. No baton. So will you just stop thinking that everybody is, I know people who are doing the work. When I see people that, instead of me to feel intimidated, this person is, or to feel like, hey, I'm under pressure, this person, I will keep telling myself, okay, if you are doing the work, you will be getting their results. If you are doing their work, you'll be getting their results. You are not doing their work, you can do better, and then you get better results. I keep telling myself, and then I keep moving. I do not stay. So take root downward, my sister. Get a book, do something, go for webinars, there was something Coach shared today, Coach Shaping. She said, help us. She said, you should pay your way, pay your way. We love free things. See, if you say people should pre-register for this meeting, for example, you can have 200 people register because it is free. But you see, they will not show up. Maybe like 1% will show up of those people. And it is the 1% that you should tell yourself you want to be like. Be like the 1%. You be the 1% because the world must produce average. Like, let it be sinking in your head when you are about to do what an average person would do. Just remind yourself that the world must produce average. Am I an average person? If you're an average person, well, keep sleeping. Like, I don't have any problem with you. Keep doing whatever you want to do. But if you don't want to be an average person, then don't be an average person. Then get up and do the work that the 1% will do. Don't be flipping through your phone like every other person is flipping through their phone, doing nothing, wasting 1 hour, 2 hours on their phone, doing nothing. If you are doing business on your phone, you better be doing the business on your phone. There's this pastor that used to say that if you are praying right now, you better be praying. If you say, oh, well, I'm praying, you better be praying, because you know what? The future will tell. You know, it's like people are like, hey, people that say, oh, don't let me use that example because it's quite sensitive. But you know, there are people who just say things that, Yoruba people say it, you plant something, you are saying, I planted. Everybody is saying you are planted. And when it's time for harvest, everybody will also, the people that planted will get the harvest. Did you plant? If you do not get any harvest, it's because you did not plant anything. Do the work. I mean, let me there forever. So again, your business is like an entity. Your business is like a tree, an entity. It has a life of its own. It has roots. So now we have moved to the business bits, right? I've told you about how you should work on yourself, travel within. The road I have traveled between 2019 and now is mega, and it's showing in my business. So again, your business is like a tree. I'm likening it to a tree to say, is your business is an entity. It has roots, the corporate culture, the values. This is who we are in this business. These are the things we will do. These are the things we will not do. I remember saying that I will never pay. I remember saying two things. I said, I will never disappoint people. And when I said that, one woman said, you never begin get work now. That no tailor, we know they disappoint. No, the people we know they disappoint, they don't get work. Now, why they know they disappoint? It was a staff that responded to her. She said, in this place, we do not disappoint. In fact, I just kept quiet. I was really impressed because that woman that I'm talking about, we went to look for her. I never met her, but I kept calling everybody I knew. Please, I need a tailor who can work for me or with me overnight. I need a tailor who can do 2 days. I need a tailor who can do this. Because I will go out of my way to deliver on my words. I have said it will be ready on Tuesday, and it better be. I will do all until I know that, okay, I've tried all that I can think of. I've tried all. Then I will know that, okay, then at this time, there's nothing I can do again. That's one of the corporate cultures. Here, when we say, this is what we will do, we have to do it. And for my staff to know, at that time, sometimes our face will be hard like this. We will finish this work. We finish this work. That's how we close. We are 12. We work 12, like 12 hours. We do, not that we overwork, but when we say we will deliver, we deliver. We will not be lying. That integrity is part of our culture. Another bit was where I said, oh, I'm not going to be paying anybody cash. People will come and say, I say, sorry, I don't pay cash. I will transfer into your account. So when they come, the first thing I do is to tell them, do you have an account? And the next thing is, if you don't have an account, you have to go and open. You have to start now. I don't have passport. Thank God for GTB. GTB opens account for you without your ID card. Oh yeah, make sure you go to the bank tomorrow. I will give them a day to go and sort themselves in the bank, because I will not give anybody cash. I am going to pay your salary into your account. When we started that, they initially felt like, what's the big deal now in just counting my money for me? No, I will not. And we never did. We never did. I'm just going to look at you and then count money for you. Say, what's happening? Right? Now, those are your roots. Those are the things that we will never do in this business. Your integrity, your values, your corporate culture. These are the things that will make people say, oh, this business I love. Or I can stay with this person, or I can, no matter what the lazy ones that you hire, no matter what they say or what they do, the things that your business needs to have roots. It needs to have what we will forever be doing and what we will never do, right? Then it has stem, it has trunk, your management, the management, right? It has branches, your staff, it has leaves, your products, the things that you are putting out there, your fruit, the feedback, the referrals. There was a time that we could not meet them. In fact, we could not meet demand. We were just always, and when I look at it, when I look at the people that are with me, I wonder, okay, how did they come to me? Mostly they were true referrals. Somebody that met somebody that spoke to somebody about me. I met one person that gave me almost 100 people. She gave me almost 100 people. She would tell somebody that she kept giving me people. Like, she was just so, like, sold out. How did I meet her? Somebody in church referred me to her, and I met her, and then she began to put me in any little thing. I know this lady. She sews very well. Then she kept introducing me. And she was really cheap, because a lot of times she would see me and my husband together. We will go, she'd be like, your husband is really committed to you. What these things that you do together? Maybe that was the trip for her, beyond the fact that we gave her good finishing. The next thing is she just keeps introducing. Directly and indirectly, I got more than 100 people from her through that lady. Referrals. And that would be your fruits. So look at your business like that. Who are the people that will come back? What do I want people to say about me? Is it that when people ask for tailor, would they first think? When they ask for, please, who can teach language? What would they think of? Would they remember you? Will you be the first person to pop on there? Like me, Akoni Lady Yoruba, the name is already selling the market. So it's easy, but would they experience you and then say they want to come back? The most important thing, that feedback is very key. Always look at it. Always look at your business like as a tree. This tree, are the leaves green? Are the fruits healthy? Me, as the trunk, am I doing well? Is this management okay? Right? And then there are birds, the birds that perch. There are those parts as well. Sorry. Your customers. your customers and your clients, the CSR that you do. Growth for your business has to be in every area. It has to be in every area, right? Then for the businesses that were affected by COVID, now, I know it's been hard, really, for a lot of people. It's been hard. There has been some things that you used to do, you used to enjoy, there were money and all of that, and a lot of things are now different. Now, identify, this is the time to sit down and identify the specific ways that COVID affected your business. Oh, the people that we used to do outdoor food, whatever, and people no longer do party. Okay, what can we do about it? Then seek help within. Seek help within. Look, you and your staff should come together and look and think about it. What can we do? And if you don't have staff, call yourself into a meeting. Sit down. Put yourself on the other side to use to sit down. Call God if you believe in one. Call God and say, oh yeah, Baba, let's sort this out. What's going on? This is what people have been doing. This is what I need to do. If you ask yourself questions enough, your brain will provide you answers. If you pray about something, your brain will provide you answers. God will supply you answers. You need to seek help within. You need to ask yourself, okay, so COVID has happened. If it means that I'm going to change my business, yes, I will. Whatever it is that I have to do right now to get the results I need, I am going to do it, right? And then seek help, seek external help. If you're not getting it alone, then seek external help. There is no point fighting this battle alone. There is no point walking alone. I still wrote it recently. I said, don't be tempted to walk alone. Don't be tempted to walk alone, especially in business. You're going to get tired several times, but you can call somebody, especially the ones that have the right mindset about business, the ones that have the right mindset to work, the ones that have the right mindset to life. You can call somebody and say, how are you doing it in your business? You are not about to take their customers. The way you are also talking will also reflect the kind of person that you are. Oh, this is the challenges that I have right now. What are you doing? Please, what are you people doing right now? In fashion, last year, we were not doing so much. The next thing was that all of us started mass producing masks. We made a whole lot of masks, like a whole lot. Like, I mean, hundreds of thousands of masks. We made, and that was, see, we were not making clothes again. We tilted into making masks. I had people who were in their 70s come to sew for me. I didn't want to take them. These were people who own their shops. They own their shops, but at this point, there's no money. Father needs to bring money home for children to eat. Mommy needs to provide money. People travel down to come and sew masks. These are the people who will not come and work for me on a normal day. I won't even hire them. But you see, the situation that we were all in, the months that we worked together, at that point, I was like, oh, the hostel is full. They did not care. That thing moved me to tears. They did not care. They will finish working, they will finish producing, they will use their mask to shove their head and sleep on the floor. It was really, but they were committed to say, is this the next phase? Yes, let's do it. Resilience. They said, oh yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to stay here and get the job done. So there was no pity party. Okay. Now, I tried to pick bits of a lot of parts where Sister Remi spoke to me about what to touch on. You know, she talked about desperation, right? And I know that a lot of times when people get to this point of, when people, especially with what has happened with COVID, you want to sell on credit. You are tempted to sell. You are tempted to, like, hey, let me just drop this here. If somebody say, hey, I want something, you are quick to give it to them. And you will not, some of you will not ask for money. In fact, there was something I realized lately, how that people will sell things to other people, to their friends or family, and they will not ask for their money. I mean, it's a different thing if you ask for your money and the person says no. But people will say things and they will not ask for money. I don't understand. Sister Remi is a very good mentor in this area. She will ask for her money no matter what. I used to be in that shoes where I will make something. In fact, before you know itself, I will forget. But no, it's a very bad state. Those are, don't let desperation make you do those things. When you sell to people, by all means, try and market them to sell to them. But don't sell out of desperation. Because you know what? Even with all of the things that happen, money moved. A lot of money moved. This December, Christmas is coming and people are saying, dollar has gone high. This one is expensive. That money will still move. That's the time that money moves the most. Christmas time, end of the year. That's the period where money moves the most. They say, Ember month, this one is because of the kind of moves that happen around this time. So there's money out there. There's money. Don't buy the lies. Don't let them, don't be part of the people who believe that lie that money is not out there. Don't. If all of us on earth take a deep breath at the same time, we will not be short of air. God is a God of abundance. There is never a time where we will run out of supply. But you have to be ready for that supply as you have to be in a mental state where you are even ready, where you even know that you know. There's a word I use for God in Yoruba. I say it's Baba Buje Budanu. It's such a magnanimous God. I mean, I will look at the flowers on the tree. They will be so beautiful and you will see a lot still on the floor. He said, God takes care of these flowers. They look as if they are wasting on the floor, but no, even on the floor, they are nurturing the ground. No, this God is amazing. There's that abundance. I love to look at the trees with a lot of leaves. We cannot run out of the abundance that God is. You can't. So the belief that you have in these things about businesses are folding up. There was this thread that went viral too, sometimes last week about, or I think last or 2 weeks ago, a bakery that folded up and all of that. And that really broke my heart. But a lot of times I ask myself, why will you let this news, this belief? So I was asking myself, I said, if Dangote were in this guy's shoe, what would Dangote have done? Would he have shut down this business? What would he have done? What would the people who really do business, what would they have done when they are in this kind of business, in this kind of situation? Hey, you need to go and you need to read, be looking for information about people, about the ones that are really, really doing businesses. The moves they make behind the scene. Don't be fooled by randomness. There are a lot of things that go on behind this. That's why you cannot take you that hold the business together. You cannot take you for granted because you are the one that will have the knowledge that you bring. If you are gloomy, your business will be gloomy. If you are an ignorant person, your business will be ignorant. Permit me to say. Okay, so now because those desperations will now make you the desperation to sell, that is making you sell to the wrong person, that is making you sell to the people, that is making you beg for people to buy by fire by force, will put you in a wrong mental state. You begin to have issues, and your mental health is of the highest priority. How you feel affects your business. How you feel affects your business, it affects you. We are our feelings, because we believe our feelings. We believe our feelings, and what we believe is who we are. So because we believe our feelings, if you are tired, your business will begin to reflect tiredness. It will begin to reflect tiredness. Even you'll be wondering what's going on. I'm just tired. Hey, business is just like this. When you are like that, when you are slouching, everything around you begins to slouch. So seek help where necessary. Talk to people. Don't be afraid. Somebody will say, no, I don't have your time. Reach out to people. Go after people. Go and ask them questions. Seek help where necessary. Oh, I don't understand. Last night, I was on a call that was totally different from anything business related. And one of the people said, I beg, I need help with this thing. This particular thing is not moving and I need help. And then right there and there, we solved the problem for her. She said, oh, I have good following, I have all of this, but my conversion rate is small. What do I do? And then we sat there and we were able to dissect it for her. Do this, do this. I've paid coaches on this thing that I'm talking about. I've done this, I've done it's not working. And then we said, it's not as if the coaches didn't do their work. But you know what? Let's try this approach. We sat there, we dissected everything. She's so happy by the time we were done. So seek help when necessary. Don't walk alone. Don't walk alone, right? And learn to take a break. When you are tired, please learn to take a break. You are the most important person, right? Now, and what are the things that can rejuvenate you? Music. Listen to music. Stay in a positive state of mind. Look for people that will put you in a positive state of mind. Look for people. Again, I ask, what do I find most satisfying about my business? What do you find most satisfying about your business? Is it just the fact that you're making money? For me, it is growth that I find most satisfying about my business. When I'm able to, when I look and I see that, oh, we're growing. I mean, show me pictures of this time 5 years ago, this time 4 years ago, this time 10 years ago. And I will keep looking at, wow, I've really come a long way. And it's beautiful to see. When I see people, when I see that, oh, now this is, we didn't used to have health insurance, now we have health insurance. It's part of growth. Have people who now come to, we have more people, we can now accommodate more people. By the time we get to 50 people, that's a lot of growth. Even if one person is added to the team, I mean, that's growth. It means that we can accommodate them. It means the business can afford to pay them. That's why they are coming on board. That's growth, right? So again, what do you find most satisfying about your business? When I get tired, when I am weary, when I really don't feel like continuing, I go and look at my phone. I go and search for pictures of when I was working inside my house, when it was just me, when it was just two of us, when we became 15, when I had 15 students and maybe like 4 staff. I will look at the environment we were at that time and how things have grown. And I will remind myself that if you did this, then you can flow into the next phase, because it won't end. There will always be that growth pain that you will feel every time you are moving into a new phase in business. So think about it. What satisfies you? Is it the money? Is it the growth that you see? Is it the fact that you are just even proud of the fact that me, I'm now the one doing A, B, C, and D? Then use that to revive your energy. Okay? Then again, think of what helps you relax. Is it music? Is it when I go out with my friends? Is it when I lay my head? Is it when I hear people talk to me? Is it when I dance? Is it when I jump? Is it when I run? Is it when I play with my children? What helps you relax? You can't be doing business 24/7. Relax, ma. Because your mental health will tell on your business. Okay? Now, again, analyze your data. I try to touch, like I said, I try to touch on a lot of things that Remy mentioned that I should. Analyze your data. What data affects your business the most? What is working in my business? What is not working? How many customers? When we say data, it doesn't mean something it doesn't mean mathematics. I'm talking about just sitting down to look at it to say, okay, how many referrals did we have this year or this month? Don't wait for a year, it's too long. Do every month. How many people referred somebody to us? Who referred who to us? What are the feedback that customers are giving us? What are the problems that we have with sales? What are the issues? What are the complaints that customers are making? What are they saying? Analyze so that you can know where you need help. Oh, is it that I'm not selling, or am I selling and I'm deceiving myself? Or I'm not selling, but I'm thinking that I am selling? You have to be present enough to be able to analyze your business. Not that, we're selling, by the grace of God, we're selling. What are you selling? Ask questions, like ask yourself, sit down by yourself, call yourself to a meeting and write, okay, last month, this person who brought her, this person introduced her to me, this person introduced her to me. What is one common thing that my customers have been talking about? They say that my delivery is always late. Why is my delivery always late? What can I do better in that area? What can I do better? How can I get things better? How can I get things moving? Okay? Analyze your data, be present enough in your business to know how much you are buying, the fuel that you are buying into your generator, how much is it? Those are data. It's not necessarily okay. When this staff left, what did she say was the problem? What did she say was the reason why she left? Are they all saying the same thing? Am I the one who has a problem? Honestly speaking, be honest with yourself and ask questions. Okay, sorry, I'm going to just rush through the remaining. Human resource. Like I said, I try to touch bit about all of this part. The human resource part, I'm just going to say one thing, right? You know, I've said, oh, who do you hire? How do you hire? How do you manage them and all of that? I'm just going to say it this way. There are good people in Nigeria. There are human beings who are ready to work with you wherever you are, either in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. Stop believing the lie and the limiting beliefs that you tell yourself that, oh, people don't want to work. People are not ready to work. Hey, this one, hey, yeah, there might be a lot of people who are not ready to work, but there are people who are ready to work, and you deserve those people. So I tell myself, I say, I deserve good people. I deserve honest people. I deserve good people to work with me and alongside me. I deserve them, and they will come to me. I say those confessions, I say those affirmations to myself. I deserve good people, and I have good people to work with me. So don't believe the lies that, oh, nobody wants to work. But it might take time, but see, they will come. Just keep telling yourself, because you are a good person, you deserve good people, except you're also a terrible person. But if you are a good person and you keep doing the thing, see, people in my own office, they refer themselves. They'll say, oh, I know somebody. When people are leaving, I tell them, bring the person that will replace you. Bring people, recruit the people that will replace you. We will do interview for them. We will know whether they can work or not. People refer them, they'll say, if anybody wants to resign, they will be saying, oh, this is why. They will come and say, this is why, but I have somebody. That has been my experience for a while now. I have somebody that I thought about, I don't know, when you interview, maybe, and they'll say, okay, send the person to HR. You know, because I tell myself every time, I deserve because I treat them well. You know, not that you say, even no matter what you do, you treat them well, you do this, they just want to eat you. You have the one that wants to eat you. Those ones will go. I've had people who came and were stealing my fuel before. Every day, this guy will say, that generator is just soaking a lot. It's because I was present enough. I could analyze my data. I said, no, this is not how much we spend on fuel. This is not how much we spend on petrol every time. This is becoming too much. And the day I was going to catch him, it was effortless. It was effortless. The next day, of course, it was gone. Gone for good. He begged and begged that something. I'm sorry, Ishu, we have to hire you because I don't work for the devil. You can't come and do issue in my own office. So that was how that one went. Because you keep saying, people don't want, people are serious. I deserve good people, and I have good people. There are good people, honest people who are looking for jobs. They are somewhere. My frequency will jam with the right ones. They will come to me. Say it in your business every time. See, business is spiritual. Of course, what is even not spiritual? Everything that has a physical has a spiritual bit. So you want to do that part. You want to also do that behind the scene. I won't dwell much. So again, ask questions when you are hiring. What can he do? Does he have the ability? It's a different thing. I once had a staff where people like the way she responded to them. Hi, you're welcome. They like her, but they didn't like the results she was giving them. I mean, if she gives them a wrong thing, they will be angry, but they can't stay angry because they just like her. But you see, it shows that she didn't have the ability. She doesn't have that thing to do that work. You know, will he do? Does he have the right attitude to do? Will he be proud of being identified with us? Will he feel proud that, oh, I work with KP? Is that enough for somebody to feel that way? And again, you remember what I said initially, you working on yourself to an extent where people are proud enough to say they work with you. Working on yourself, keep doing it, keep improving. The people we used to attract when I was in the house are not the same people I attract right now. Somebody has come to my house before and said, ah, really? This is where you train? I didn't know. I thought it was some nice place. That was how she said it. I'm sorry, I can't be coming to a home. I was like, thank you. It was like, and at that time I said, I take 15 students per set. At that time, I still had a set of 15. And she said, oh, I thought it was some nice place. At that time, I said, now it's time to move out, really. Of course, not because of her, but I knew that, oh, it was time. When it is time for you to move, you will know. When it's time for you to do expansion, you will know, because you will have grown so much within. Okay? Is it a right fit? Does it have our culture and our values? But how will you know if people have your culture and your value? Do you know your own value? Do you know your own culture? A lot of businesses don't know. What's your culture? What are your core values? What are the things that you will never do? No matter what happens, what are the things that you will do? You will hear Ibuka Oshika. She will say, I made up my mind. I will never do this. I will never do that. I said I will not collect bribe. I will not sleep with men. I will not kinuka. And she said so. Meaning that when other people were having issues with the government, she decided, I'm going to stay. I'm going to do it the right way, even if it costs me more. Right? Customer acquisition, this part, it is not just about acquiring customers. People are everywhere. Again, if I was talking to the community of tailors, I tell them, I would say, people are always looking for tailors. Like, there's always, my tailor is always disappointed. I'm looking for another tailor. People are always looking for, but what will they say about you? This customer acquisition, retaining them is the most important part. Retaining them, the ability for them to come back again and again. That's what you should focus on, because your customers will give you a lot of other customers. Me, I will refer KP anywhere. And see, the way people will talk about her, the way on the groups, the way people will mention, KP got this, this KP was my plug for this, she was my plug for this. Then, before you know it, it's just the mention of the fact that, KP got me this. I was going to travel the next day, and I said, keep Muti, please, I need these shoes for somebody tomorrow, this size and this size. He said, and you did not say. I said, sis, anyhow, I beg. If I can get this thing, they were delivered. There was another person I bought something from on Instagram. That's the fastest delivery I have received since I've been buying things on Instagram. That was the fastest, most efficient, because of course I also answered that on time. The next thing was, the delivery was swift. Wow, as he challenged me. I felt so good, and I was like, do my customers feel this way? How can I do it that my customer will be able to feel this way? You'll be able to feel the way this person just made me feel. Because again, I will refer her over and over again. See, I'm a community person. I refer people to, oh, use this. If it's one network I'm using and it's working for me, I will tell people about it. And that's the way we are as a people, except you meet the address. I'm sorry, please permit me. Because I've met a woman who refused to refer people to me because she said, no, she doesn't want people to know her tailors. She does not want people to know where she sews her clothes. There are people like that. She does not want people to know where who is her shoe plug is, because she doesn't want them to wear the same thing with her. There might be people like that. But I'm talking about the normal people. The people will refer you. It's still one of the most efficient way, aside from customer, aside from social media. Leverage on your data, leverage on the things that you have learned earlier in your business. What are the things we are doing right? What are they saying? What are they not saying? You have to hear what your customers are saying. You have to hear what they are not saying. When you see, this person did not come back, this person did not come back, the third time this person did not come back, you are like, 3 people are not returning. Something is wrong. All of them are dissatisfied. Don't say, they think business is easy. They don't know that business is not easy. You are quick to give yourself kudos. You are not, see, if somebody is doing better, then you can do it. I hate it that so one day somebody will achieve better than you, because somebody that is less skillful will be achieving better results than you, just because you are not doing the right thing. Do the work. Stop giving yourself too many, don't clap for yourself too soon. Okay? How do you measure your customer engagement? Do they tell people about you? Do they refer you to other people? What are your feedbacks? What are the feedbacks that they've given to you? Is it where they say, I don't know how to use this product, or you are like, Google it now. Like, go and find it out on social. How will somebody not know how to do Gidiko? How will somebody not know this? See, answer the most silly question for your customers. They are buying comfort. They are trying to buy convenience. Sell it. Okay? You need a mentor. Right? You need a mentor. You need somebody to lead the way. You need a shoulder to lean on. You can see this picture. Somebody who is already there is watching another one to grow. You need a mentor. You need a business mentor. Last week, one of my business mentors just called me random. We've not been talking. She called me from the blues and said, tune into this station right now and watch this program, because I know I'll be putting you there. I just want you to watch it so that we can plan how I'm going to get you there. Pay your way. If it is money you will pay to get into people that will mentor you, pay. Stop feeling like if it is service you will use to trade, serve them. Whatever it means, I love to serve people. I have served in places that eventually began to give me money. I tell myself every day as I wake up, I say, today I am going to be a blessing. Today I am going to be a blessing to somebody. And that's like serving other people. And as soon as I'm doing that, people are I'm getting feedback. Somebody is saying, I know somebody who can do this thing, because I've done it for them before. They are referring me to people. They are telling somebody that Jumoke can help you with your sales. She can help you with your marketing strategy. She can, even things I don't do. They just feel, she knows how to do it. You should talk to her. Yes, I'm that resourceful, but there are some things I will not do. See, they will come and tell me, oh, this person, and a lot of them has brought me money, a lot of money, because I attach myself to people who I know can teach me. I look for people, See, I have one of the people that when I was start out in manufacturing, I've been sewing. It's just that I'm increasing it to a larger market. I'm entering into B2B. I went to look for her. I did not have her number. She spoke at the conference that a friend was, and she came to tell me about this person that spoke at the conference and said ABCD and all of that. And she said so many good things about her. She said, in fact, she's doing exactly what you want to do. She's doing, that's because I have the right friend. And I've spoken to her about my next phase of business and all. And she went for a program and came back to tell me, this person said this, I wish you were there. I wish you were. I said, what's her name? She told me her name. I went to look for her. I went to look for her on Facebook. When I saw her on Facebook, I said, your session today was powerful. I learned this and this and this and this. In fact, especially when you said so thing. Because I listened to my friend say it. I was not in her class. But I said, I mentioned, I said, because I know that is how she wants to hear feedback about what she has done. So I said, Ma, this was powerful. You said this, this is a phase I'm trying to enter. And I really like if you can hold my hands. And she told me to come over, sent me a number, sent me her address and say, oh yeah, come, let's discuss. I went there. Right now, she's no longer in the country. We are still very, 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 very in touch. We talk every time. She puts me through, say, oh, this is what you should do, this is what you should not do, this is how you should do this. She just went on and on. If you find somebody who speaks your language, go after them. Go after them. Don't, when you meet your mentor, you will know. When you meet people that you really want to lead, you will know, especially if you know who you want to be. Again, it started from the beginning. Who you are will affect your business. I hope that with this people point of mine, I'm making a lot of sense. So who do you look up to? Who do you look up to? Who are the people that you are looking up to? Even if you can't reach them immediately, how do you get them? If you can't reach them immediately, buy their books. I buy their books, I pay for their courses. They don't know my name, but they are mentoring me. I'm looking at the things they are doing. And for me, I don't just do mentorship in isolation. I look at the other areas of their lives. What do they know that I don't know? What do somebody know that I don't know? I want to learn it, especially if it works for my business. Thank you so much for listening.
Wow. Let's just begin to say yes. If you know that you had light bulb moments, just appreciate Coach Jumoke Sheye Oyagbe, the CEO of 2012. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Let's just appreciate him in the comment section. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Remy, for having me.
My notes is so full. Just writing, and can you imagine, people are just coming in. So full. Thank you. In fact, we need to really share the replay, because a lot of people are already chatting me aside to say network wasn't, doing so well. They will appreciate we share the replay. And I'm just so thankful, because this is value. Thank you, Jumoke. This is value to one. And thank you for using a very precious time to put all of this together. We are grateful at Mindshift Series Academy. Thank you. I'm telling you, after this, I know that the WhatsApp platform is going to be spitting fire, really much into us tonight. And I want to say a very big thank you on behalf of everyone. Now, I have learned so much. In fact, for me, customers' experience, what is it that is so important to you? Beyond transaction, what is it that is so important to you? And I love the fact that you said growth is within. You are a representation of your business. Thank you. See, people, you need to go after that speaks your language. This is very, very key. See, I go after people, not just because I want to have more customers, I want to increase my clientele base, because I know the worth of the likes of people that I'm surrounded with. See, I have come to realize that once you have the right channels of people, that is where your gold is. All this running helter-skelter, trying to look for customer, trying to do everything. I'm telling you, you will realize that you'll just be having limited time to do all of those things. And thank you for everything that you touch on, hiring, talking about the right environment to do business and all of those things. all of the things that you have shared tonight all come very, very handy. We want to say a very big thank you. We can't even thank you enough. And we hope that when we call on you at another time, you will be right here with us. Thank you. In fact, when she was talking about the growth, that at some point, sorry, we have dogs here barking. At some point, she said she could not even afford to pay salary that is not even up to 100,000. But she realized that it was a journey and it was the time for her to grow. See, a lot of you begin to feel bad when things are not working. See, it is a time for you to grow. And it is what you put into yourself into, germinate. So I want to employ everyone tonight that, in fact, next month is going to be, wow. There's someone we are bringing on board. Do you know what that woman does? She does balloons, and she has a stop center. She does balloon. Can you imagine? Just balloon. In fact, that woman is going to come. She's going to blow our mind next month. And so with all that we have heard tonight, I know that we are not going to be stagnant any longer. COVID has got nothing on anybody on this platform. And, across boards, because I know that a lot of people also join from different platforms who are not also, in Mindshift Academy. So I want to say thank you very much, Coach Jumoke Oyagbile, and we pray that 1212 will continue to grow in leaps and bounds. Thank you very much. Please, can we unmute ourselves and say thank you to Jumoke? Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Jumoke. God bless you
so much.
Thank
God bless
you,
you.
Thank you. God bless you.
I want to appreciate you so much.
This
Thank
is a compliment.
you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you. So let's have a wonderful night rest.
Thank you, Jumoke. Thank you, Remy. Well done.
Let's not skip over this. Ensure you work it out. When you receive a knowledge like this, work it out. Have a wonderful night and have a productive week ahead of you. Bye.
Night, everybody.